I mean, that is absolute bullshit, bro. Like, come on.
Hey, how about those Knicks? How about those Knicks?
Hey, how about those Knicks?
Hey, how about those Knicks, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of TKW Weekly. This week, we have plenty in store for you. 4 quarters of greatness. In the first quarter, we discussed whether it's time to dish or switch on the Randall trade talks. In the second quarter, we did an RJ Barrett panic meter. Some of you guys are panicking way too much. In the third quarter, as always, we discussed your TKW community tweets. If you're not in the TKW community, make sure you join before Twitter is over. And in the fourth quarter, we had a game for you, FaceMash. So enjoy and let us know what you think.
Julius Randle is always a lightning rod for discussion amongst Knicks fans. On Knicks Twitter especially, we're always talking in some way, shape, or form about how he's playing, what he looks like, the energy level, the effort, et cetera, every night. Watch him under a microscope. That being said, he's actually playing pretty well this season in totality. If you look at his numbers just for the year, it's 21.3 points, 8.8 rebounds, 3.2 assists, shooting 46.5% from the field, almost 34% from deep. Now, nothing amazing, but I mean, he's definitely improved, at least off of last season. So is it time, do we think, for Knicks fans to stop including Julius Randle in trades every morning that we wake up after a Knicks game? Are you swishing or dishing that Knicks fans need to stop with that?
Personally, I'm going to dish that. So Knicks fans I think that they should go about it differently. I think that if you do want Julius Randle traded, saying that you want him traded after everything he does, and downplaying all of his successes and good moments doesn't help his trade value or the situation, nor does it help the team. But I do understand the fundamental reasons of why people want Julius traded. It still remains that they want that opportunity for Obi. They may feel like we need to pivot, and now they feel like the front office is trying to consolidate or worry about who's got to get paid. If you can get off of Julius's money, that opens up money to pay other guys. It opens up, offensive focus for the RJs of the world, the Cam Reddishes of the world, Obi. And so I still understand it. But I just think that, after a 34.11 rebound performance, you shouldn't be like, oh, we got to get rid of this guy immediately, because that doesn't really help your case.
I got to say, I was originally going to dish it, but I got to switch it, man. And this is exactly why, right? Because you hear it nonstop. It's, like you said, every single day. You wake up after the game and it's, got to trade Randle, got to trade Randle, got to trade Randle. If we're trying to change the narrative of this fan base from within, right? We get crapped on from outside of our own fan base enough. For our own fan base to be adding fuel to that fire does nothing for nobody. You don't need to hear it. You can focus on so many other things, so many other positives, and bring light to the things that matter, and that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, look, I'm switching on it just because I feel like it's a little bit tired. We've been doing it all last season. We did it every single day in the summer. I woke up and Julius Randle was a trending topic because of Knicks fans wanting to trade him in different ways. Still, this season, even when he's playing better for the most part, obviously, this isn't saying every possession of every game or even every game that he's playing 100% high level effort that everybody wants to see. But I feel like he gets viewed under a microscope that the other players don't right now, even though he's playing probably better than most players on this team, if we're being really objective about it. No, we're not trying to desperately move off of anything at a bad time or to sell low. I always hear that too with the young players, sell low, sell low, sell low. Then I'm seeing a guy like Julius right now is playing pretty well, and then we're just trying to dump him to get off of salary, get another couple of draft picks we don't even need. So if you're going to do it, just make it make sense. That's all that I'm saying. There's plenty of trades that you can move any player for that makes sense. Try to move in the direction of an upgrade, but these trades I see are usually a step back in some way, shape, or form just for the sake of freeing up time or whatever it is when a player's playing pretty well. So I'm switching on it just because just relax, man. If he's playing well, that's all that we really could ask for, right? But then the way Knicks fans talk about him is like, we can't wait to get off of him every morning, no matter what he does. That's the thing that
they don't forget.
If he's thinking it up every day right now, every week right now, please go for it. There's even last year, right? I used to be a big Julius defender. At some point during last year, I was like, all right, man, this stinks. I can't do it anymore. Even Shaun, it was like after Christmas, I was like, I can't. This is it. I'm done. Like, he's got to step it up. I got no excuses. And then if he's playing better, we just got to talk about it like he's playing better because that's just what's happening. We talk about what happens on the floor. So I'm swishing. Just take it easy, man.
Relax. Don't do it.
RJ Barrett has also been quite a lightning rod topic for Knicks fans this season. He got his extension in the offseason. A lot of people, including myself, including everybody on this call right now, and a lot of Knicks fans are very happy to see the Knicks actually invest in a young player and moving forward. Now, as Shaun and I know all too well, every time a player gets paid or gets handed something that isn't a veteran's minimum deal or a rookie scale contract, they face immediate scrutiny, which to a degree I understand. Now, mind you, he's been ill verifiably since before this road trip started. It was noted, it was brought up, and then he started to stink it up thereafter. I feel as a long time and staunch and probably will never get off the RJ bandwagon person, it's something that brings me no joy when I have to constantly defend him versus expectations off this new deal, or, being a third overall pick and everything else. But for me, I feel like it's not time to panic yet, right? I feel like he's been sick, and I thought there was a good stretch before that, and I'm willing to not let it get out of control right now. I'm still on a scale of 1 to 10 for the panic meter here. I'm at about a 1 or a 2. Okay, I would prefer he wasn't stinking it up like this.
If you're going to be playing 30 minutes a game, 35 minutes a game, 40 minutes last night, you got to play better. You have to do the little things, at least finishing, hitting your free throws, giving effort on defense. That's it. My panic meter still is probably right where you are, Kyle. I'm going to say it's probably like a 2 to 3. And the reason for that is because it's still only 15 games in.
My pain meter is at a 9, ironically. I've really been going through it, man. So RJ, please get well and play well.
I want to just say, I don't mean to cut you off, man, but I got to build on what you just said right there. Because when we first came onto this broadcast, Shaun was like this. You know what I'm saying? Shaun is the happy guy, the positive guy, and he came on the broadcast like this.
I'm going through it, man. I'm scrolling the timeline, and I'm seeing him being traded into space from Russell Westbrook, and I'm just like, all right, bro. And now, what bothers me the most is that people try to justify these stupid things. Like, that's my thing. If you want to get a stupid takeoff, go ahead and get your stupid takeoff. But don't sit here and justify it like you're the smartest guy in the room for trading RJ Barrett in a salary dump to get Russell Westbrook. Like, the fact that you could even try to justify that and bring up stats and all kind of stuff to support it is so asinine to me. We watched the games, every game for years. And now it's, same thing every year. RJ Barrett literally gets better every year. He had a rough rookie year. He was playing with phone booth spacing on a very poorly built roster. In his second season, he averaged 18 points a game and was the second best player on the team that got a home playoff series. My panic meter is at a 0.5, bro. Like, I'm not panicking. Moving forward, I hope that he recovers and plays better. I need him. You see, the board says be better, and I put be better RJ. He needs to be better. For sure. There's nothing wrong with saying that. But it's just annoying that people can't ever find a middle ground. Like, it's either, we love him, or, you suck and we got to trade you and you're a bust and you shouldn't be here and we shouldn't have given him this money. And, oh, man, we regret this off of a 4-game sample, man. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, but people are just waiting for things to fit their narrative. So I'm very excited for when RJ is getting right and he's back to being the best version of himself. And I'm spinning the block. Crazy. I'm not arguing with people, though. But yeah, my panic meter is at a 0.5.
This is not 2K, and I feel like we get very comparative, especially with young stars, because we get impatient. We see what other young stars around the league are doing. We know that we've been biased about a certain young player on our team, and then we want them to be discussed on the same levels that other young stars are discussed, and we want them to have that same respect. But to the point here of being better, like, RJ also has to do his end of it, which is just do what we know he can, and then we could actually, defend him the way that we need to. But if he's going to play like the way he's been playing, there's nothing really that we can do. This is my last pass for the season. After this, you had a brief little slow start. You had the sick excuse, and then that's it. Now you got to go play basketball. Now we got 50, 60 games left, and you got to play basketball. You got to play well.
That's the beauty of it.
That's it. There's a lot of time left. Go prove it then. Go prove it. Just like you did the last
personally,
couple of years where you finished strong. Like he always finishes strong. I expect it. He's the second half player, second half of the game, second half of the season, whatever. He's got to make it a full season thing now. But okay, now you got it out of your system, RJ. Did you get it out of your system? The sickness, the bad play, get it out, leave it on the West Coast trip, and let's go fuck people up when you get back. That's where I'm at.
And for me personally, like one thing that's really bothering me that I need to see from RJ is a very capable defender. And I think, like so far this season, we just kind of put up with him not being that level of defender that he is.
Right.
And so I want to see him be that. Like I've seen RJ hold Jason Tatum to under 30%. I've seen RJ hold Zach LaVine to 30% multiple times. And I've seen what it looks like when RJ takes defensive matchups personally. And so I want to see RJ get back to taking every single defensive possession personally. Like he's got that clause in his contract for being all NBA defense. And like it's too late to get it this year, most likely. But like show that guy who you are, show why that clause is in your contract. Like, I mean, now we have Cam Reddish out there, and between Cam Reddish and Quick, RJ is very rarely guarding the number one option anymore. And so, like, there are no
gotta excuses. Eat now. Now you gotta eat.
Like, you have to do that, bro. Like, that's non-negotiable. Same thing I say, effort is non-negotiable. And so I need you to give that effort defensively. A couple of times last night, he's not boxing out. There's no excuse for that. Like, play defense, box out, do the little things. I don't kill guys for their jumper being gone. Like, last year when I was killing Julius, it wasn't because his three-point percentage went from 41 to 32. It was because he was playing like he didn't give a shit. Like, shots don't go in sometimes. You're going to go through shooting slumps. You're going to be picking shittier spots. What helps? Yeah, you know what helps to get you back in a rhythm? Busting your ass on the other end of the floor. Like, Quick has been shooting like shit for the majority of the season, to be honest. But he's been playing excellent.
Why is he successful?
Because he's busting his ass. I've never, ever, ever in my life had to ask Emmanuel Quickly for effort. In his 3 years here, I've never had to ask him for effort or energy. And I don't want to have to ask RJ either. So just be better.
It's the same with Cam. How has he blossomed this season? Effort.
Defense.
On defense.
Effort.
That defense leads to offense. Same with Quickly. Quickly and Cam have probably been the two best defenders this season for us overall.
They have. And RJ should. It bothers me that RJ has not put himself in that conversation because he's capable. Yes, so we should have all three of them being great defenders.
Yeah, he should never not be in the conversation. Defensively, it should always be RJ and the other one or two, like Mitchell Robinson, whoever else is going to step up and be the better. It should always be that group, and RJ should never not be in the group, and he's not in the group right now. Like we were yelling jail last year.
Yep,
there's no 100%. Jail. He's putting himself in one at this point. You got to be better. You got to be better, straight up.
I'm glad you said it. That's exactly what I was just going to say. He took that step up last year, big steps, and it was noticeable. So now to come out this season a couple steps behind on defense, you're not holding up your end of the bargain. You got to be better.
Sorry, America, but baseball is by far the most boring sport.
Dude, so boring.
Even the people playing spend half the game sitting around and standing around. Like they have a seventh inning stretch where everybody in the stadium has to stop and stretch to stay awake. They play a game every day. Like, come on, they play 100.
That's another thing. How many games are there?
Come on, bro. 162 games, whatever. Come on, let's be real.
Boring.
It's called the clubhouse because they're literally chilling. Let's keep it a buck. So
next up, for the community tweet segment. This wasn't even tweeted in the community, but it was so hot. From a TKW lifer, a TKW originator from the first phase a decade ago. Brian Giverman, buddy, you had a tweet in the middle of the night that I woke up to. You texted it to me, and then I saw it on the timeline. We've been talking about it today. And the tweet is simply this, if you haven't seen it, okay? It's the see how stupid Rob Pelinka is challenge. Knicks would obviously buy out Russell Westbrook. I try to get at least one of LA's first, but don't particularly care. The trade in full that he posted was Russell Westbrook, Kendrick Nunn, and then we would move in this trade Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, and RJ Barrett. Now, Shaun knows this. I can already see it in his face. Okay, one of my biggest pet peeves in sports, and I know Brian isn't this person because Brian would have probably moved RJ if it was for a Donovan Mitchell deal or a star trade like that. So this is not like the side shot at Brian on it, but I feel like a lot of times I see these trades and it's like we go from like nobody can be moved to things aren't going the way we want. now we'll just dump everybody to get off of contracts and start fresh. And this is like a nuke option to me, like what you're doing. Sure. You get off Evan Fournier. Okay, I would be thrilled, right? Just from that. I'm not desperate to move Julius enough on that contract just to be able to buy out Russell Westbrook, especially when we're also moving RJ Barrett, whose extension hasn't even started yet. And we're in this trade that he posted, he doesn't even care if we get a first round pick back. What is the point of this trade then? I hated this in the text message you gave it to me. I hated it when I saw it again in the timeline, and I hate it when we're talking about it on this segment right now. Do the normal salary dump nonsense I see. Let me wake up to Julius Randle and Fournier going to LA to get bought out for Russell Westbrook. Let me see just that.
That's
one.
it. Right.
Do not include RJ Barrett. Stop it.
You might be a friend of the show. I don't know you, but if you're a friend of the show, you're a friend of mine. Listen, Brian Gibberman, this tweet right here, it sounds more like Brian gibberish. I mean, it's
Brian gibberish. Yeah.
What's the point of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point. Like Sal said, man, you do it without RJ and Kendrick Nunn in there, and it's just that makes sense. Yes. What are we doing? You give up RJ Barrett. It's the cornerstone of our team right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the original building block. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
I saw this on the timeline and quoted it and said, okay, LOL. I already said what I this is how I'm addressing things like this moving forward. I know that it's not good content for a show.
I see you,
but I won't be giving this my energy. That's all I got. If that's where you are, bro. Okay, I'm not gonna argue somebody away from including RJ in a salary dump. If that's your reaction to that's just like, I mean, that is absolute bullshit, bro. Like, come on.
It's the fourth quarter. It's crunch time. You know what that means? Every week, fourth quarter, we like to play a little game here. We like to have fun. Can't just be analysis and rants and us being upset about RJ Barrett's West Coast trip and illness. So we are going to have a little fun today. The last couple games have been fun. If you missed them, we did the Kith jersey MS Paint design challenge. We did guess the Knicks, who averaged over 16 points per game in their Knicks career with no minimum games, which Shaun, of course, won. He has the belt there. I lost very unceremoniously first with guessing J.R. Smith, which J.R. Once again, I'm still
we have to revisit this. Yes, I don't want to remember how I lost.
Yeah, I'm still upset, and I have not gotten over it is the issue. I think the stats are lying online. I think there's propaganda at play to make sure I lost this game. But today's game, we're going to do a little Knicks FaceMash, okay? Just like it sounds like. We're taking two Knicks players, mashing them into one, and we got to figure out who these players are. So without much further ado, we're going to get started here with the first player for 100 points. Let's go. Okay. Okay.
Kyle.
Kyle, got it. Yeah. Patrick Ewing, Carmelo Anthony. Fuck off. It's right.
Damn.
That is correct. 100 points for Kyle.
The Carmelo,
100 points for Kyle.
Quick.
The soul patch gave it away. Instantly looked at the chin. I knew that was Carmelo. Can't put it past me. 100 points. Let me just take that, tuck it away. All right. Let's go.
Ewing's
moving on to number 2.
Strong, huh?
Yeah. Ewing has intense.
Strong genes.
You know what it was too? When I recorded the show, I got my little NBA man always handy. Patrick Ewing right there. It's good luck. That's why I got the 100 points. So let's see if I can win the rest of this fucking game. All right. Moving on to number 2 now. For $200.
Kyle.
Danilo Gallinari is one. And the second one, oh boy. The second one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Travis Ware.
No, that's incorrect. Shaun.
Danilo Gallinari and Andrea Bargnani.
Incorrect. Danny.
All right, I got to go Gallo and Doug McDermott.
All incorrect. So you guys all lost 200 points there. The answer was
negative 200.
Danilo, Gallinari, and Landry Fields.
I couldn't figure out the chin, bro. I never would have guessed Landry Fields with the chin hair. I was thinking it had to be a white man, for sure. He was probably light brown hair. I'm bamboozled.
Is that Fields' beard?
Yeah.
Maybe the shape of the head. It is, right? Okay.
The shape of the head is Landry, but the beard, I did not see that. Didn't see it. Sorry. The mole was Gallo.
Kyle's in the lead with minus 100 points.
Big lead. All right. Moving on to number 3 now for 300 points.
Kyle.
Allen Houston, Marcus Camby. Give me my money back.
Incorrect.
Get away.
Oh, wow.
Shaun.
Marcus Camby and Quentin Richardson.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Danny.
Houston and Curry.
No, I got it now. It was Houston and Amari, wasn't it?
No, it was Houston and Quentin Richardson.
Someone said that, I thought.
Damn it. No, I said Camby and Quentin Richardson.
Oh.
That's funny.
Oh.
Kyle's in the lead with negative 400 points.
I really thought I had this one. I really did. The head shape was very, I don't know. I saw Camby there. I don't know why.
I thought the head shape was Camby too. I think because old Camby has like a less of a neck now. And I feel like older Camby influenced that. But I definitely saw Quentin Richardson. Damn it, that's frustrating.
All right, moving on to number 4, as I'm in the lead now with negative 400 points here. Moving on to number 4 here for 400 points.
Danny.
Oh, man. Courtney Lee and...
5,
man.
4, 3, 2, 1. You're done. Next, whoever has it.
Shaun, go first. I don't want to get it wrong again. All right, fine. Courtney Lee, Dennis Smith Jr., because I'm not a coward.
Incorrect.
No way.
Good thing you got that out of the way because that was my guess.
Shaun.
Courtney Lee.
Look at the eyes, man. Oh.
Courtney Lee and Alonzo Trier.
Incorrect. Wow. It was Courtney Lee and Jarrett Jack.
Oh.
Jarrett Jack?
I'm never going to think of Jarrett Jack with hair.
You know what? When you see it, when you say that, you can see it.
That's the eyes, honestly. But like, I just never thought about Jarrett Jack with hair ever. So.
Kyle's in first place with negative 800.
Shameful.
This is the most Knicks way to win a game is negatives. Moving on to number 5 for 500 points for all the marbles here as I hold on to a very thin lead.
Shaun.
Raymond Felton and Marcus Morris. No.
Incorrect. Danny.
Kyle O'Quinn and Raymond Felton.
Incorrect.
Well,
man, whose beard is that?
Oh, I got it. I'm gonna clean up here.
And
Well, boys, we're gonna walk off with this one. So first of all, I could choose not to answer, and I have won this game. But I'm gonna choose to answer.
Damn.
And it's going to be Raymond Felton and Kurt Thomas.
That is correct. Congratulations.
I'd like to thank Ryan for this very, very difficult game. I did not feel good about my win here. I finished with minus 300. But you know what they say? A win is a win is a win. You know, talk to the team. We feel good about it. Sometimes you got to win ugly. You know, can't all be good. Can't all be good. You know, you want to come out here and you want to have 1,000 points, right? You want to have 1,000 points at the end of the show. You want to have a lot. You want to be in the positive, right? But that's not life. That's not life. Sometimes you got to knuckle up and you got to win ugly. Sometimes you got to get dirty and find a way to scrap out the victory. And that's what I did here today, ladies and gentlemen. You all got to witness it. I hope you all took notes. And I hope that I can carry this on to the next one and win a little bit more pretty the next time. But I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy this.